This is question 10. Why the stable? We cannot be certain whether the birthplace of the Christ child was a wooden shed or an ancient cave. The word stable is not found in the Nativity narrative. It's natural to assume that because Luke tells us the shepherds were sent to seek the child, he was lying in a manger, which was a feeding trough for animals. That trough is actually mentioned twice, once by Luke and once in the words of the angel who appeared to the shepherds. What we can be certain about is that Jesus, David's descendant, was born in a stable arranged for animals. And that image compels us to worship during the holiday season. Joseph and Mary would certainly have preferred a room in the inn. In a town overstuffed with strangers, a stable offered neither safety nor solitude. The couple needed a restful spot after a weary journey of several days. Joseph worried about his wife, who was obviously due to deliver at any time. He had brought her on such a trip because she was too precious to allow out of his sight. The angel had charged him to care for her, and he was determined to hover over her and fill her every need as the time came for her to deliver. Ironically, the site traditionally believed to be that of the stable in which Christ was born has become a battlefield of a sort. By AD 135, the Roman Emperor Hadrian decided to send a ruthless message by desecrating the local places that Jews and Christians held to be sacred. The emperor's scouts told him about an interesting cave in Bethlehem, of all places. Local legend insisted that here Jesus, the founder of the Christian movement, had been born in the company of barnyard animals. Hadrian's men located that cave and erected a temple to Jupiter and Venus over it. That will show him, he thought. The pagan temple did not last. The Church of the Nativity, which stands today, was built during the Middle Ages by crusaders with their bloody legacy. As recently as 2002, armed Palestinian militants broke into and occupied the church for 39 days. Israeli army snipers killed 7 militants and wounded more than 40 others, and a destructive fire was set at the place where the Holy Child was said to have been born. What may be the site of the Nativity, then, has become a center for blood and strife. He came in simplicity, not extravagance. He came to bring peace to the world and to reconcile his children in love, not to launch new struggles between us. The very site has become a case in point, demonstrating why we needed Jesus in the first place. Why the stable? Christ chose a stable in order to identify with the least of us, with the poor and the vulnerable. You know the generous grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, Paul would write. Though he was rich, yet for your sake he became poor, so that by his poverty he could make you rich.